Welcome to IronTopic.com show where we're talking about the BEAUTURAL 1200 watt steamer for clothes with pump steam technology. A piece of clothing steamer can be an incredible expansion, or option, to a customary steam iron. These do some amazing things for garments with delicate textures and which are hard to press, also how extraordinary they are for movement. The Best Housekeeping Institute tried these article of clothing steamers for proficiency, heat up time, and the sky is the limit from there. Handheld steamer. Even the movement measured ones could be unbalanced to pack. The points are odd to sort out pieces of clothing and also other travel gear available, and they are somewhat massive regardless of how you lay them in your bag, particularly so on the off chance that one have a hard shell bag with firm sides. Some of the time it consumes to think somewhat little. This smaller than usual form of effectively little travel steamer is significantly simpler to include in packing. Gratitude to the smart plan that implies that the handle serves as a body of these steamers. A great reach. Since steamer is utilized for apparel, however regularly for draperies too, a long cable or potentially a long power line will arrive at a high place without falling back on a stage stool, even though one may need to utilize an electrical string with a handheld steamer. You will discover a handheld piece of clothing steamer, versatile article of clothing steamer, proficient or locally established piece of a clothing steamer. Compact and handheld article of clothing steamer can be utilized any place, like during movement one can convey along with you. Such a piece of clothing steamer is created to fit the necessities of a voyager. Yet, the expert or locally situated steamer is huge and is reasonable for huge works. A different piece of clothing steamers conveys various highlights. Some convey fewer sticker prices, and few are evaluated high. One may do speculation while purchasing a piece of clothing steamers, so it is imperative to pick simply the best article of a clothing steamer. To have the good steamers, consider the accompanying components when choosing a piece of clothing steamers. Constant steam. Because travel steamers cannot hold a ton of water, these regularly give a couple of minutes for steam. Consider what number of articles of clothing you envisioned a wrinkling, and pick a model with a measure of ceaseless steaming time that fits that need. Steam variable setting. Different textures need a temporary measure of steams. Generally, steam can harm your expensive garments. On the off chance that the article of clothing steamers has this steam variable setting, at that point, one will have the option to alter steam limit. Range of clothing steamer. Steamer isn't merely utilized for dress, it very well may be used for draperies or great home. To cover the length of your house, the steamer must include an appropriate power rope. The heaviness of the machine. If these steamers are massive, you won't feel great to utilize it, and also on the off chance that you are a voyager, consider to purchase a light-weighted clothing steamer. Heat up time. If you are the one who gives more significance to time, at that point you ought to pick an article of clothing steamer with speedy warmth up time. The useful piece of clothing steamer needs lesser time to warm up. In the event that you did not think there was such an unbelievable marvel as a simple to pack, minor, and also still viable steamer, reconsider. The Bison warms up in only 25 seconds, which is route quicker than any other models, and can take as long as 10 minutes of steaming from one-time filling of the tank, and consolidates a shrewd electronic pump which dispenses with spitting water during cooking procedure. The Bison clothing steamer is amazingly conservative, making it ideal for movement, and also it warms up in less than 30 seconds. It utilizes an electronic siphon framework to avoid steam head from gobbing water, and also it even contains a water decontamination component which will drag out the life of this item, regardless of whether you utilize faucet water in them. Irrespective of its diminutive size, you can get as long as 10 minutes steam with one water fill. As indicated by analysts, this compact steamer performs well when at rearranged points. While it's somewhat more costly than different models, its impressive capacity to be utilized topsy-turvy might merit the additional expense, contingent upon your needs. Safe, consequently close off on the off chance that it gets excessive water, runs out, or hot. Safe on a wide range of texture: glossy silk, fleece, cotton, upholstery, nylon mixes, bedding, table garments, and linen. Bison make its thick cloth steamers, handheld with care. Ready in a jiffy. Start steaming in the 90s, because of the 500 watts warming component. The ships have 4 ounces of water up to 9 to 10 minutes of cooking force. The travel and home garment steamers will have you done the pressing of your cloth in the blink of an eye. Conclusion. Piece of clothing steamers are protected, simple, and an ideal path for deleting wrinkles and offering garments another crisp look. Aside from that, clothing steamer causes you to have your garments fit as a fiddle, and also they are additionally useful in eliminating germs that stick to garments. These steamers use steam rather than any warming components, which is helpful for textures. That is the reason clothing steamers are considered as the best and most secure gadget for any sorts of composition.